chance that my mom or sister comes in here while I'm recording this and says hello because I just got back from Nashville and I haven't said hi to my family yet because they were all at school. So if that happens, just you could totally ignore it. All right, so let's get started then. I think we have most people that we wanted to have in here. And Rob is back with the memes. Thank God. Rob, we missed your memes. Thank you for bringing those back. And to everyone that's here, welcome back. I recognize actually the vast majority of you. Q, it's good to see you again. June, welcome. Willie Blue is here. Theta Fuels, and the rest of you I already said hi to, I think. But welcome back to Emerald Academy. For those of you that don't know, Emerald Academy has actually been around for about 6 months now. We've been running cadence boot camps every single month for like the past 5-6 months, and that actually existed inside the Emerald City Discord. So if you don't know, Emerald Academy is actually the education branch of the Emerald City DAO. Yeah, so here we are, and this is a brand new Discord for this boot camp, and we're going to try to encourage this this academy as we go on. So anyways, all that is to say, welcome to the Beginner DApp Bootcamp. I'm going to share my screen here, and we're basically just going to quickly walk through. It's not going to take too long, but just walk through some of the things you can expect in this bootcamp and what you're going to learn throughout this process. So if you go ahead and click on my screen share in Discord, you should see the GitHub page. So does everyone see this? And I'm going to link this in chat as well, so you can all visit it if you want to. Okay. So what you're seeing here is actually all of the content that you're going to be going throughout this course. So the way that this is structured is all the content is available right out of the gate. So if you wanted to, you could wake up tomorrow and complete this bootcamp, right? It's entirely up for you to decide how fast you want to go with it. But there are 5 chapters, right? 1 through 5. And all 5 of these chapters are required, unlike the Cadence Bootcamp. So this, bootcamp is going to teach you how to make your own DApp. And just a little spoiler alert or a slight disclaimer, we're going to teach you how to make a very simple DApp. In fact, I'm going to show you what we're going to make. So this is a DApp. If you don't know, DApp means decentralized application. And really what that means is any normal application where you have some sort of front end, like what you're seeing here, that interacts with the blockchain. So, the blockchain, smart contracts, transactions, all this stuff we're going to learn in this course. But it's, we're interacting with the blockchain here. So you're going to make a little DApp that has a header. It allows you to log in and log out through Blockdo, Lilyco, and NuFi. You're going to be able to log in. It's going to say, welcome to Emerald DApp. You're going to put your name here. You're going to say this DApp is created by, and you're going to insert your name. We're going to, also code out this little modal here. And you're going to type in welcome to the course or whatever greeting you want to. And we're going to show you how to run a transaction where when you click it, it says waiting for approval. You click approve, and it'll go to the blockchain and change this greeting, and then run a script to pull the information down. So the DApp is going to be very simple. And the reasoning behind this is because I think that a lot of educational materials in the space often fail where they try to get people to make an NFT marketplace, or they try to get people to make their own token. And the problem with that is it's great in that like the user will be excited and they'll have a really cool DApp in the end, but you're not actually learning the fundamental skills you need to code DApps. You're just being told to do something instead of actually learning it. So we're going to teach you pretty much everything, right? How to make a front end, how to style it in this simple way, how to interact with the blockchain, and then over time, hopefully after this DApp, you'll be able to, go on and code your own more complicated DApps. But this will be a pretty simple bootcamp, and I think that's a good thing. So we're going to be using something called Next.js, which is basically like a full stack framework where you're going to learn to, have a front end, style it a little bit, make it look kind of cool. And then we're going to be using Cadence, which is the smart contract language for the Flow blockchain. And we'll also teach you a little bit about CSS, which is basically CSS is how you make things look nice. So the styling, like this is green, this is, a slightly lighter green, stuff like that. So we're going to teach you an introduction to Cadence, right? That's how to code smart contracts. And we actually have an entirely separate course on this. In fact, I'll pull it up here for all of you to see. It's a very popular course, and if you want to take a beginner cadence course, feel free to do that as well. But this boot camp is it's gonna be very simple, right? We're not gonna go crazy into the language, but we will teach you the introductory stuff. So I already showed you what we're going to create. And just, really quickly, who's this course not meant for? So this course is not meant for people who have never programmed before. And I mean that like in the literal sense. So if you've programmed 20 years ago or 10 years ago, or you have done a little bit of coding, that's totally fine. But if you've never, ever coded in your life, then you might struggle a little bit. And also, it's not for people who have already created basic dApps. If you have, you're going to get pretty bored. But we would still, I guess we would still love to have you along anyway. So how does this work? Well, also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat or interrupt me at any point. But how does this course work? Well, you're going to go to this page, right, with all the chapters inside of it, and you're going to work through the content day by day. So, for example, you're going to start with chapter 1, and then you're going to click on day 1, right? So under each chapter, there are multiple days. So we're going to click on day 1, and you're just going to read through the content, right? So just read through it. And at the very end, there's going to be quests. Now, what quests are is basically like little homework assignments that you're going to do and then submit to the instructors of this bootcamp. So you're going to write these in whatever format you want. You can write them in a Google Doc. You can write them in a little notes pad. You can really write it wherever you want, as long as you have them in one place that we can go and review it, so that we have a place to see your homework assignments or your quests. Right, so you would answer these, and again, you could write them wherever you want as long as you have a place to store them. And then what you're going to do is once you're ready to receive feedback, you're going to go to the Emerald Academy Discord and go to the Beginner DApp tab. So I'll link that in the chat here, the Beginner DApp tab. And when you go to that, you're going to post, hey there, instructors. I am submitting a quest for chapter, let's say 3, day 2. And then you're going to, post the PDF or link to your content, and it's going to automatically create a thread for you. And then inside of this thread, we will answer all of your quests, make sure you did them correctly, and give you any feedback you need to continue progressing throughout the bootcamp. Now, in order to officially graduate from this bootcamp, you must have submitted all the quests, and we're going to be keeping track of them. So if you skip a quest or you just don't complete the content, we won't be able to give you an official certificate for completing. So make sure that you submit all of your quests inside of this beginner DApp little section here. All right, so I know that was a lot. Does anyone have any questions so far? I'm going to pause for like a minute or two. Does anyone have any questions so far about how this works? And I'm sure if you're coming from the Cadence course, you know a lot of this already, but any questions so far? All right. Looks like we're doing pretty good. So, don't be afraid at any time to ask any questions. We're here for you. So, if you didn't take the Cadence Bootcamp, then ignore this part. But if you did, so Ricardo, Fosque, all the people, Ashley, everyone that attended or that graduated the Cadence Bootcamp, you're going to notice that Chapter 1 is exactly the same, and early parts of Chapter 2, or Chapter 3, sorry. So if you've completed the Cadence course, even though you've already done the chapters, please resubmit your quests. It's totally fine if you copy and paste them from when you did them before, but make sure to submit them again because we're going to be checking to make sure you did all of them. And yeah, so again, it's fine if you skim through day 1 and day 2 of chapter 3 because I'll see a lot of you know this already. So yeah, feel free to skip those. Okay. Let me actually get an exact. Yeah. So if you've done here, I'll write this here. If you've done the Cadence Bootcamp, then skip chapter 1 and chapter 3, day 1 and 2. Okay. So that is if you've done the Cadence Bootcamp, but still make sure to resubmit those quests. All right. So a couple other administrative things that we want to go over. How to ask questions. So this is really important, and I'm going to introduce you to one of the reasons why we actually created an entirely separate Emerald Academy Discord. So what you're going to do is you see this chat channel here. Well, by the way, I love this meme, Bruce. This is hysterical. But there's this chat channel here. If you have any questions about the boot camp itself, or more like administrative things like when is the next workshop, or how do I submit a quest, or more like administrative tasks, go, feel free to ask in chat, and you can really use chat to, to talk to each other or whatever you want. But my only ask is, if you have a question that has to do with the DApp, like, for example, how do I integrate FCL, or how do I code in Cadence, or why is this one line not working? I would ask for you to please post a forum, a thread inside the forum. Now, the reason for this is because it's really like one of the big things I always advocate for is asking questions in public. I really don't like DMs. And the reason is because if you ask something in public, it allows other people to also see the answer. So if you have a question, you can click on new post, put a title and a little description of your question, and you can even tag it with some tags. And then that way, in the future, if anyone has any questions, they can always go here and search like, um, what is account storage? And if that question has been asked before, it'll come up, right? So it's really great for discoverability. Now, the other reason is because one thing that we're actually, that I am super excited about is because inside of this forum, we're trying this thing out called energy. Now, what energy is basically every single time that you post in the main forum and people upvote your question with this little emoji here, you will earn energy. So you'll get energy points. Now, this is a great way to track how involved you are in the community and how, how much, like what if you've asked good questions or if you've helped other people. It's just a great way for us to know that you're really involved in the academy. So, for example, if I were to go to this thread and let's say, Austin gave a really awesome answer here, I could go to the emoji list, go to the Emerald Academy, and add the upvote emoji, and this will give him 1 energy. So the more energy you give somebody, the higher their rank is going to be. And you can always check someone's energy by right-clicking on their name, clicking apps, and clicking identify user. And you'll see here that if this works, I have 24 energy, right? So we're going to try something out where the top three people that have the most energy by the end of this boot camp, we're going to be giving some flow token to you. So, this is a great opportunity to give someone feedback on their quests, answer questions in the main forum, or just help people out in general. It's a great way to give back to the community. And in addition, by the time this bootcamp is over, we're gonna try and build out a little fun, Pokemon system where the more energy you have, we're gonna display a fun little Pokemon on our Academy website for you that is, more evolved and more upgraded the more that you've helped your friends here. So these are all things that we're super excited about, and yeah, it's a great way to help each other. Time to get some caffeine. Yeah, exactly. All right. And yeah, remember that yeah, if you ever ask a question in the main forum and people give you a good answer, you can always upvote with the, little upvote emoji, and this will give them some kudos or some thank you. Yeah, that's awesome, Noah. So yeah, go ahead and ask in the main forum, and maybe people will have a good answer for you. All right, so that is most of what I wanted to cover in today's session. I told you it was going to be pretty short. Um, but if anyone has any questions, please let me know, and we'll be happy to answer. Again, if it's more like about the course and administrative questions, you can ask in the chat channel. But otherwise, ask your questions in the main forum and submit your quest in the beginner DApp channel, and I think we're gonna have a great time. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention is workshops and also instructors. So right now, because this is the first time we're ever doing the DApp course, the only instructors are me and BZ. So BZ, you want to wave in the chat, and everyone wave to BZ. BZ is going to be one of your instructors during this boot camp. So am I. And of course, if you want to help review each other's quests, you can also do that. So thank you so much, BZ, for helping out. I really appreciate that, and I know everyone here is going to really appreciate that as well and get to know more about you. So that's super exciting. And Workshops, I don't know exactly what hour they're going to be, but we're going to try and stick with the Wednesday, Friday workshop schedule, or we might go with Monday, Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. Does anyone have a preference of when workshops are? We're going to have them twice a week. So I'm thinking Monday, Wednesday, maybe, or Tuesday, Thursday, or something like that. I kind of wanted to leave this open to everyone to give their opinion. Monday, Wednesday, everyone seems to like Monday, Wednesday. Okay. Okay. In a slightly small way, I'm kind of sad it's not Friday because I love when we do Friday sessions. It just like feels super exciting. It's like, have a good weekend, everyone. It's so like happy, but we can definitely do Monday, Wednesday as well. Okay. So in that case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our first. Today's Monday, right? So we're gonna have our first workshop on Wednesday, okay? And then we're gonna have our next workshop on like the following Monday. So we're gonna have, I guess, a shorter week this time. Okay. And I guess another question I'll ask is, what time zone is everyone in? Does everyone prefer AM in the Western Hemisphere at night? What are people's preferences here? And we might also alternate. CST this time or earlier? Okay, San Francisco. So it seems like we have a lot of people in the Western UTC. EST. Okay, it's looking like most people are in the Western Hemisphere, prefer mornings. So so what we will try to do is we're going to try to do mornings on Monday, Wednesday, and if that doesn't work for a group of people, we will switch it to Wednesday evenings probably. But for now, we're gonna try the morning. So I'm gonna schedule a workshop early Wednesday morning, and we'll see if that works for everyone. And I'll try and schedule it early enough so that people that are in the Eastern Hemisphere, it'll be at least afternoon or nighttime, so you'll still be able to make it hopefully. All right. So any other questions, or is everyone doing great? We all excited for the course? Woohoo! You get to learn DApps from the greatest of all time. Woohoo! Woo! We love you, Jacob! Yay! You're the best! We love you! Woo! Cousin Jacob Dapp? Yeah. True, snowmobiles, yeah. I love that. Woot woot. All right, so I'll see you all Wednesday morning, and we're gonna cover chapter 1 and early chapter 2. You do not have to do the content before the workshop, so don't feel scared if you don't do it. Some people like to do it before, some people like to do it after. It's totally up to you. But my plan is to cover all of chapter 1 and the first 2 days of chapter 2. All right. So again, do this at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to meet a certain deadline, but that's it. Okay. See you all Wednesday morning. And also, if you ever have any questions, outside of this boot camp, like on my YouTube channel, or you're just learning Cadence on your own, also ask in the main forum. We're here to help. No float for today because this wasn't like an official workshop, but there will be one on Wednesday. But good try, BC. Good try. Also, BC, I have to give you the instructor role. Okay. I'll finally stop talking. But awesome to meet all of you, and so good to see all you older graduates back at it again. See you Wednesday morning. Bye. Bye bye. Thanks everyone. Woohoo! So excited! Yay!